Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your girl, Dr. K. I'm here. Yes, I'm here on a Friday morning. I'm not usually on Friday mornings, but I'm here today. Good morning. Today I'm here. The topic for my live is celebrating life. I'm celebrating life today. So good morning. I'm just waiting a few minutes over here on Facebook for a couple people to jump on. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Connie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Celebrating life this morning. Celebrating life. I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to jump on and say good morning. I'm celebrating life this morning. Yes. And I'm excited. I am, what would you say? I'm excited. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. All of the above. Maybe a little emotional, holding back the tears, but thankful to God. Good morning. When you tune in, if you could do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the share. I have something I want to share with you all this morning. I'm celebrating life, and I'm just thankful. Today is October 25th, and I am celebrating life. I am thankful to God for what He has done. Some people know, some people don't know. Some people may have heard me talk about it. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I don't know. But I'm just excited to celebrate life and decided to come on. I said that I would do a live to share with the people, share with my followers today that I'm celebrating life today. Today marks 4 years that I was carjacked at gunpoint in front of my home. And so, in front of my former home, I should say, because we have since moved. And that was the catalyst of us moving, my family moving. But today marks 4 years. It was 4 years ago today, in the height of COVID, in the height of the pandemic. And so I am celebrating life because, as I said, yeah, I am celebrating life because, as I said, I was carjacked at gunpoint, which so that means that the two guys that carjacked me, well, the one had a fully loaded gun that he held to my face and took my car. And at the time I was driving, I think it was 2020 or 2021 Lexus. And literally I had just parked the car in front of my house. And my husband and I were within minutes of each other. So my husband left to go pick up my son, and I actually got my husband's parking spot, which was directly across from my house. And I got out the car, and he came and held the gun to my head and to my face and told me to walk away from the car. And so initially I thought it was a joke. I thought it was one of those shows that, the people were going to come out with the cameras and say, you handled it the correct way. You did everything exactly right, because I walked away and, did what he told me to do. I did not realize that this was a real thing, that I was actually being carjacked, until I turned around and saw him. Well, until I saw the other guy actually come from nowhere, out of nowhere, and jump in the back of the car. And then the two were driving down the street in my car. And so it was a very traumatic, of course, day. My youngest girl was the one that was home. And so she saw me, when I was totally hysterical, and opened the door, and, we called the police. The cops came. And at the time we were living in Lansdowne. So by the time you hang up the phone, the cops are there. And so they came, and I was so hysterical I couldn't even think. And so I want to say, a lot of times we say when we're in, when we hear stories, a person will say, well, if I was in that situation, this is what I would do. Well, I want to just say to you, you don't know what you would do, because when that situation happened to me, I was so hysterical I couldn't think. And thank God for my daughter, because we had just downloaded the app on her phone, like literally the week prior. And so she was like, Mom, we have the app. I have the app. And she was able to kind of talk to the police and give them the information that they needed, because we had downloaded the app on her phone the week prior. And so, I wanted to, I am usually, so far, I've been doing okay. And so today, I wanted to just share. I had already said that I was going to do a live, just celebrating life. This year, I wanted to kind of change the trajectory of what is usually, a sad and a doom and gloom kind of day. And I wanted to just celebrate life, because that was a situation, once we had to start going through court cases, the DA actually called me and told me that, there was a bullet in the chamber. So the person, the gunman, was ready to shoot had I made one wrong move. And I have a cousin who's in law enforcement, and he indicated that he handles those type of situations all the time, and people don't walk away. And so on today, I'm excited that, God saw fit and he allowed me to walk away. He allowed me, he did not allow my family to come home and see me laying in the street, or And he allowed me to come home to my family. He allowed me to walk away from that situation. Of course, everything can be replaced. It has been replaced. Okay. I had great insurance. I had not only car insurance, but I had homeowners insurance. I had business insurance. So, those things that were business items that was in my car, the business insurance took care of. The things that were personal things, my homeowners took care of. And then, of course, for car insurance. So everything has been replaced. And so, but I wouldn't have been able to be replaced. And so I thank God for life today. Of course, as you think about what could have been, it does take you to a place, right? Whenever I hear about situations where people have been victims of gun violence, where it did not go in a way such as mine, it takes me to a place of God that could have been me had it not been for the grace of God. That could have been me. And so sometimes it sends me to a place of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But I thank God. I thank God because it allows me to see that God still has purpose for my life. He still has a plan for me. And so I was so angry and so I was angry. I was hurt. I was sad. I was everything at one time when this first happened because, I just was so mad that the enemy tried to take my life in that way, that the enemy tried to silence me in that way, right? But as I continued to really see the hand of God, I realized that didn't happen to me without God allowing it, right? That there was a conversation about me, and that God allowed the enemy to test me in that way because he knew that after the initial hurt, after the initial shock, after I came out of my humanness, that I would still look to the Lord and say, God, I trust you even in this, right? And so today I stand in a place of victory. Today I sit in a place of victory. Today, even though the memory of it is not the greatest, okay, but I still stand in a place of victory. And I made a declaration, I think the day after that happened, or 2 days after that happened, that I was going to make the enemy pay for everybody that he tried to affect by trying it, because he tried it, right? And it wasn't just me that he was trying to affect, but it was everybody that's attached to me. So my family, my husband, my children, my church family, because as a pastor, that would have not only affected my immediate family, but my church family, and then everybody that's attached, all of you that have been following me over the years. So everybody that I've impacted, right? And so everybody through ministry, everybody through my conferences, everybody. So just everybody, the nation of people. And years ago, this was maybe over 20 some years ago, there was a prophet that said to me, one of the reasons the enemy fights me so hard is because he knows if he could silence me, if he could get to me, if he could discourage me to the place where I stop, he could he could stop a whole nation. And so I'm here today to celebrate life and to serve notice on the enemy that you can't stop me. As long as God gives me breath, I'm going to walk in victory. I'm going to give God praise. I'm going to shout it from the rooftop that though you slay me, yet though he slay me, yet will I trust him. And so God is and today I give God all the victory. I give God all the praise. I give God Um, I just thank God for life because there's nothing like you can be traumatized and you can go through trauma. And I'm a trauma specialist, so I deal with trauma all the time and I understand trauma. But what I will say is nothing like when you have a gun pointed in your face and the person has their hand on the trigger and they're giving you instruction, um, and you don't know whether they're going to still shoot you even after you do it. And so, um, but I'm here today to tell the story, and I thank God that I'm here today. And so today is all about celebrating life. Listen, um, I tell people all the time, and I'm not telling you something that I don't myself do and that I don't try to live out myself. Um, it's a choice, right? And so we can choose to, we, a lot of times our emotions come and feelings come, but we can choose to sit in it or we can choose to come out of it, or we can choose, how can I say, we can choose not to sit in it, right? And so, generally today is not the happiest day for me or my family. And so my family is constantly checking, you okay, you okay. But today I chose, I'm choosing. Now that doesn't mean I won't shed a tear or two. Um, but I'm being intentional. So yesterday I went and got my hair done. Today I woke up and I said, you know what, I'm going to put on something that's colorful today, right? And so I have two of these dresses. One, the base is black, and this one is a little bit brighter. And so I said, I'm not going to put on the black one, even though the colors is colorful, right? Now, I may end up putting that on a little bit later, but the point is I wanted something that was bright, that was vibrant, that was colorful, right? I didn't want to just put on basic colors. Why? Because colors can change your mood, right? I talked about this a couple weeks ago. Colors change your mood, light change your mood, and all of those different things, right? And so today I'm being intentional. I'm not playing into the hand of the enemy, if you will. And so I'm being intentional in celebrating life. I said to my family, because they always say, what do you want to do? Do you want to do something? And I said, I want to go out to dinner. I want us to celebrate life. I want us to be intentional, because that situation could have went so many different ways. Today, my family could be grieving, but we're not. And so let's celebrate. Let's give God praise. Let's give God thanks. And let's celebrate the victory, and let's celebrate life. And so I just wanted to share with you guys today. Listen, I may be back because I believe that there's a mantle and a mission and a call. There's a commission on my life for me to share how to live life beyond the things that we go through. Yeah, we're going to go through some things, y'all, and it's okay. That's what life is all about. But we don't have to stay in the rut that we're in. God calls us out of that, and God chooses what we go through. We choose how we go through it. And so today I'm celebrating life, and I wanted to share with you that we can be intentional in this thing. All right. And so at a moment that I could be sad and I could be talking about my trauma, I choose to talk about my victory. I choose to talk about how God brought me out. I choose to talk about how God spared my life. So today, 4 years ago today, the enemy tried to take me out, and he tried to take me out in one of the most traumatic ways. But God spared my life. And so I wanted to just share with you that I'm celebrating life. And so celebrate with me. Hey, celebrate with me. And let's be intentional. Celebrate life, y'all. We get one life to live. And let's live every day as if it's the last day. Let's live every day intentionally. Be intentional. God loves you, and so do I. Thank you so much for those of you that tuned in. Set your notifications so you'll know when I come back. I will probably be back a couple times a day, okay? And so set your notifications. Live on purpose. Live intentionally. God came that we may have life and that we may have it more abundantly. God bless you. I love you, and you can't do a thing about it. Talk to you later.